everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this is the final part of the alphabet child case, and if you guys haven't seen part 1 or 2, I'll link them down below so you guys will be able to catch up with that. And I just want to let you guys know I post every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And please subscribe and like for more true crime. So excited for you guys to join me. This is the final part of this case. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and leave your thoughts down below and comment your theories. So let's jump right into it. About 7 months after Wanda Walkowitz's death, another young girl whose name was Michelle Maenza had vanished. The date of her disappearance was November 26, 1973, and Michelle's mother had reported her missing after she failed to return home from school. After Michelle was reported missing, an investigation began to find out exactly where her whereabouts were. After investigators began questioning Michelle's classmates, it was revealed that she was last seen approximately around 3:20 p.m. walking alone en route to a shopping plaza. The shopping plaza was nearby the school, and the reason why Michelle was going towards the shopping plaza was to retrieve a purse her mother had left within the plaza. I guess her mother had asked her to go retrieve it since she was near there, and about 10 minutes later, Michelle was spotted inside a beige or tan vehicle. Michelle was sitting on the passenger side. And this particular vehicle had been spotted within both Carmen Colon's case as well as Wanda Walkowitz's case as well. This is the same vehicle within all these three cases. And it's constantly the same narrative. Every single time witnesses see any young girl, they are either talking to the man or they're sitting within the passenger side and they look or seem to be completely distressed. The vehicle that Michelle was in was traveling at a very high speed on Anchorman Street before turning into Webster Avenue. According to the witnesses who saw this, Michelle appeared to have been crying. At about 5:30 p.m., a motorist had observed a man standing by a beige or tan vehicle with a flat tire. The vehicle had been parked alongside Route 350 in the town of Wellworth. The man had been holding a girl, and the witness believed that the girl that the man was holding was Michelle. And the man was holding the girl tightly by her wrist. When the motorist had stopped to help the man quickly shoved the girl behind the back, almost to hide her away, as if he didn't want this man to see. He was also obscuring the license plate, so the motorist wasn't able to see who the girl exactly was and the license plate of the vehicle. The motorist also claimed that the man who was quote unquote with Michelle had this menacing look on his face, and it actually scared the motorist away and he just drove away. The motorist did not call the police after this encounter, even though it was so strange. Now, this is the same exact story of what happened to Carmen. Somebody seen something and no one said anything, even though it was completely strange. Why would this man who's holding a young girl have such a strange, menacing look on his face, and you decide, I'm going to just drive away and not call the police? I'm not blaming anyone here, but I cannot wrap my head around how people do not say anything when they see something so insane. This is literally a little girl, and this man is trying to obstruct her from not seeing you and you not seeing her. That is very strange behavior and behavior that you need to report. Unfortunately, on November 28th, at about 10:30 a.m., Michelle's body was found. She was fully clothed and was lying face down in a ditch alongside a rural road in Maidstone, which was approximately 15 miles away from Rochester. Obviously, an autopsy was immediately done on Michelle to reveal what her cause of death was. And what they found was that Michelle had been assaulted. She had an extensive blunt force trauma to her body, and she had been strangled to death from behind with a ligature, most likely a rope. There were also numerous amounts of cat hair found on Michelle, specifically from a white cat. It was found that she might have been strangled near the location she was found. And this specific location she was found was where exactly the motorist had just seen her. So again, this is so frustrating within these cases, because the same thing of how Carmen Colon could have been saved. People seen this young girl running nude and nobody stepped forward. Now, with Michelle, a motorist literally seen her and an odd man, clearly distressed. No one says anything. The lack of urgency and the lack of caring for these young girls is so baffling to me, and I will never wrap my head around it, especially because their deaths could have been prevented if somebody just called or somebody stepped in and said, hey, this does not seem right. I'm going to call the police. Or not even, just walk away and just call and maybe stand by and look. At this point, you don't even have to really do anything. All you have to do is just call and say what you saw. These girls were reported missing basically right away. So anything, any leads, it would have possibly led to the capture of this serial killer. The investigators even retrieved a partial palm print on Michelle's neck, and there were tracers of the killer's DNA on her body as well as on Michelle's underwear. There was also an analysis of Michelle's stomach and the contents in it. It was revealed that she had had a hamburger and onions, which would have been consumed just about an hour before her death. There were reports of a girl matching Michelle's description being seen in the company of a Caucasian man with dark hair between the ages of 25 to 35 and approximately 6 feet tall, possibly weighing around 165 pounds. They were seen at a fast food restaurant in the town of Enfield at about 4:30 p.m. on the afternoon of Michelle's disappearance, and alongside Route 350 just an hour later. So you can already piece together what exactly is happening here. They ate, and just an hour later, this is where the motorist had seen Michelle and this man. Again, the lack of urgency is bizarre. The information that was given to the police, they were able to create a sketch of the man who possibly took Michelle. And even though they had posted this poster and, plastered it everywhere with asking for tips and information, nobody came forward yet again. And each victim, Carmen, Wanda, and Michelle, had so much similarities. It wasn't hard for investigators to piece together that they were murdered by the same man. Each child came from a poor Catholic family, had few friends, had recently experienced issues of bullying, had also poor academics, and investigators' theories had concluded that the possibility of this murderer possibly being employed at the school, maybe at a social service agency. And now, you guys, I want you guys to tell me your thoughts on this, because to me, I believe that this killer might have been possibly stalking these young girls. There are way too many similarities, and the double initials just make me believe that he might have known them on a personal level. What are the chances that these three girls, all pubescent young girls, they have double initials, same letter, and they were all seen talking to this man right before getting into the car? Maybe he told them, oh, something happened to your mom, something happened to your father, to try to get them into the vehicle. And that's why maybe they were seen in such distress. Now, I don't believe that this is just all a coincidence. I don't believe that he randomly somehow got each and every girl within about the same age range, right? 11 to 10 years old, right? And they all had those double initials. It just doesn't make sense to me. And again, he possibly could have known them. I mean, I don't know if these people have investigated the people around them or anything like that, but I do remember in Carmen's case, they did investigate her uncle. Why they decided to investigate her uncle, I'm not sure, but even that is so odd to me. The lack of urgency to help these girls, I mean, it completely just boils my blood. Carmen was trying to escape. She was ignored. And the incident with Michelle clearly appearing frightened, and yet the people who are there are failing to protect these girls. This man that did this must have felt completely unstoppable due to the lack of the care for the girls. He got to do whatever he want, and nobody stepped in. And again, this is not to say that anybody should be a vigilante and nobody should try and be a hero, but it's like, if you see something, say something. I hope that Carmen, Wanda, and Michelle are all able to rest in peace and someday receive justice. Please, everyone, if you see something strange, do not hesitate to report it. You could be saving a life. Thank you all for tuning in, and stay safe and tune in for more true crime. Please leave down below your thoughts on this string of murders and what you think your theories are. Let me know if you guys think that I am being a little bit overboard with this, but again, when it comes to children, when you see them clearly in a state of distress, for you to walk away, that is so heartless. Please don't be one of those people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and stay tuned for more true crime. Bye, guys.